A lot of times I'm driving, there's nothing to do, and I shuffle through the radio before I unglue. There's a lot of red on ways, it's traffic, I'm screwed, and I'm wired a bit different than a regular dude. It's not a bad thing, I embrace it, it's true. The radio don't stimulate brain chemistry fluid. The Buddha found nirvana and the Four Noble Truths. Through a meditative process, right action he proved. For me, I require the use of a tool, a detector, pin, pointer, shovel, and beach scoop. I'm meant to work the dirt with my history crew, but everywhere I look, my interest taboo. Most people choose Bieber over Tippy Canoe. What does a detectorist listen to when the radio is full of bad music and news? I need an alternative for me to peruse. Beyond Sight and Sound gets fantastic reviews. A metal detecting show where my thought bubble brews. Thank you, Josh Kimmel, for inviting me to a detecting dork out with guests like yours truly.
All right, it's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chuck was ship-shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll dig up a great deal for you.
Eye patch and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
All right, we're back, we're live, and the chat has absolutely blown up. Good grief, where is everybody coming from? Bunch of chatty people, that's for sure. Good to see, though, good to see. So I guess first off, Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully everybody had a safe New Year's, Happy New Year's, all of that, and didn't make any unrealistic resolutions. Right now, mine is just to stay out of the path of the snowstorm. It's wreaking havoc everywhere. Let's get Chuck in whatever capacity he is.
There you go.
And Chuck,
How we all doing tonight? It looks like we got a full house, Josh.
I think they're all wired up.
Yeah, they are. I'm seeing a lot of folks that I haven't seen for a while, and some new ones.
Right?
Harlow Fishing, how you doing? Hi, Dawn. It's good to have you back again. The Frugal Farmsteader.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Old Pelon's back in the house. Frankie Juarez, how you doing, brother?
Oh, yeah. Pilon was one of the first people into the chat tonight. Actually, was the first person into the chat tonight. But from the looks of it on my screen, that's been a number of comments back.
Hello,
So I don't.
man, we got a bunch in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see. Definitely good to see. So hopefully,
Wit. Mm-hmm.
We're
man,
Yeah.
are they put in.
we're going to have to rely on you people to keep an eye on the chats, I guess.
Yeah, Scott, we've got a technical difficulty. Josh keeps shutting my camera off.
Yeah. It's called Mother Nature.
Yeah. and we think that's part of it. It really is. We're this crap going on. Tom, how you doing, buddy?
Although there is a good possibility that I've got a fan going out on the show system and the remote system I've fought with for the past 2 days and finally had to do a factory reset on it.
And that could have messed it up. We don't know.
Who knows?
Mm-mm.
But we're not the only ones that everybody gets to see because we got 3 more in the wing.
Uh-huh.
It's better than out in the wind.
Well, I'll tell you what. We didn't get the grace of the heavy snowfall or the ice, but we've got the cold and we've got the wind.
Well, I would say you can keep that, but it's already here.
Yes, it is. I warned you,
Yes,
and I told you I was going to share it.
yes. And right
Ta-da.
about, I'm
You-
trying to figure out a good way to ship a package to Aruba.
They may appreciate it since they're in the 80s.
Oh, I'm not talking about the weather. I'm talking about me.
There you go.
That way I can get away too. Oh, let's get the guys in here though.
Yeah, we got a crew.
Yes,
What's up, fellas?
Hey,
there we go. So we've got Kevin and Clay and Emery all in too, which are the folks that are kind of responsible for the contest.
Yeah, they spurred it all. They kicked it out there to you guys. We thank them. And I can finally say that whole group sitting right there all use MindLab now. And it's all because of Clay kicking their butts.
I remember it. It was getting embarrassing.
Yeah. But no,
It took a bit, but we converted them.
that's cool. No, they brought them over somewhere. We got him going, and Clay just keeps getting more and more and more, and he gets better and better and better with that machine.
Yeah, practice makes perfect.
I still have the picture saved of Clay handing the cash over to Chuck for that machine. I'm saving that one for blackmail of some sort.
Oh, there you go.
That had to have been a fat stack of cash, too.
That was.
Janet wants to know why you're clearing the back, Clay.
I didn't want to be in the front. Let these two talk.
I know exactly.
Lucky he's not sitting back there in his rocking chair, rocking back and forth.
All right. Clay, what was the last? Did you find that was a bust dime, but it's pretty badly worn, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really worn. And in the same hole was the 1858 Canadian, what was it, half dime?
Fish scale.
Yeah.
Fish scale, 5 cent.
Same hole with it.
Wow.
It was deep, too. It was down, what?
It was down probably 8 inches, 9 inches.
And then Emery's been making some good finds.
Yes,
Try
I
it.
have.
Yeah, all three of you have.
I've just been picking up everything Clay's been leaving behind.
Okay. And then
I'm kidding. He's getting it all.
when you guys keep running back and forth with the camera, he don't find nothing.
Yep. That day I got that seated half, I was by myself.
I was just talking with somebody the other day, and they're like, I think Kevin's trying to be like Quarter Hoarder. It seems like all he does is run from one find to the next because he doesn't to find anything himself.
I do. The one place we went to on 2 different occasions, Clay actually had to call me on my phone because I didn't know where he was. I couldn't hear him and I couldn't see him. And he dug up something good. Now, okay.
All that does, Kevin, is mean you're getting old.
That's right.
You can't hear, you can't see, and you can't find your way out. So what the heck?
Yep.
I'm the old guy of the bunch here.
Well, see, that's why it's good to, do the buddy system. He's got 2 other people out there with him, Chuck. At
Yes,
least.
he does. Somebody, and you know that they aren't watching over Kevin. They're out there digging a hole and just saying the heck with him.
Every so often, I'll just hear a.
Dropped and Forgotten's got a question for you guys. Do you use the 800 or the Manicore?
I have the 900.
I switched from the 800 to the Manicore.
Of course, we know Clay.
Clay, a long time ago, switched from the AT Max to the Manicore.
That's right. So
That
there you
jump.
I'll try and pop questions at you as they come up, fellas. So we'll start with Kevin. When did you actually start detecting? What year?
I would say 93, 94, somewhere in there.
There you go.
And I started with a Fisher CZ5 that I bought from my brother-in-law used for $250.
There you go. Now, this one.
I still have it. That machine is called the Legend.
This one's from Melissa. Clay, you can answer this. When you switched, what did you notice?
There was a big change in the depth. I noticed that the MineLab machines can go a lot deeper. So we went over places we've already been before and find a lot of stuff that we missed before with multiple other machines.
There you go. There you go. So
And more silver.
There's a lot more silver.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Definitely, because I once I got my 900, I went out to a lot of places just that I have pounded to death with at least 3 other machines, and I'm like, wow, look at this. Here's silver coming out.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. It's well known going back in the history of Minelab when they came out with the Explorer series, and all through the years it stepped up to the 2 and beyond and come up past the E-Track. Now you're up to the Manicore. You had the Knox system, the 8 and the 900s, and they had some other good machines in there too, the 705 and gold machine like that. So it's been a continual movement upward, and it's always exciting. The CTX is they still consider the CTX the flagship detector of the fleet, but and they consider it that, Jason. They consider it that, but I'll tell you what, that Manicore's licking at its heels real hard.
Right.
For sure.
So, did you see a big increase in the amount of fines? Or do you find that you found more silver than you did before?
I found a lot more silver than I did before. I mean, 1 or 2 silvers in a trip out, and I called that pretty much a success. Now, well, like my one place that I've been going for the last 15 years, all 3 of us went down there, all with our Minelabs, and I've been going over it for the last 15 years, and I've probably covered every square inch at least 3-4 times. Out there with the Minelabs. I think we had one day between the 3 of us, we had 8-9 silvers out of a spot that I was pretty sure was picked clean. So yeah, it was a major improvement. And then Emery got a class ring right before Christmas last year, or right after Christmas last year. We still haven't, the owner of it still hasn't contacted him yet. And we've been trying to get him to, but I guess can't make everybody do everything.
Okay, Kaylee's asking, what size coil do you guys like to hunt with the most?
I prefer the 6, or the 8. I'm sorry, the 8. I'm trying to get used to the 11, and I haven't swung the 15 yet, but I got the 11 on now, and I've been having some luck with it, but I prefer the 8, to be honest.
Okay.
I stick with my stock usually, but if it's trashy, I'll go to the 6. If it's really quiet, I'll go to the 15. But I usually don't last too long with the 15.
Yeah, that's a big coil. Let's see.
Try swinging the CTX with the 17.
Oh. I got a coil that they called the manhole cover for my old Fisher F44, and that's a 17 by 19, I think is how big it is. And
wow,
that'll tear your arms up.
Right.
No, Barb, it does not give 2 numbers like the CTX in the same sense at all, but it gives you the advantage of 2D. It gives you a screen to go by and a number. And it is about 1/3 the weight of the CTX.
Yeah, I would say.
Bob Dix, he says he uses the GPS a lot. He would miss it. I can understand that. Some people have developed using that and really doing that good. Oh, let's see. Melissa Weir asked, did you make a video of using the Minelab the first time?
I think I have one up there. I'm not sure exactly when I switched over, but it was probably about 1.5 years ago, I'm thinking.
Did you put a video up of the water hunt, the river hunt that we did?
I think I did.
That was my first time. He might have a video on YouTube there
I know I
we're
have
walking
one.
in the river.
Yeah,
that was my first time using the Mine Lab or the Manticore.
I know I got one river hunt video that's a lengthy one, but I think that was still when I had my Apex and Clay was picked. I don't think you were with. I think it was Dominic was with us. But I don't know. I got so many up now I can't remember which ones are which.
Our first river video, I'm pretty sure I had the Manticore and you had your old machine still, and I was finding a bunch of nickels down there.
Oh yeah. Yep, it was a perfect day to be out there.
Another question for you gentlemen, and I'll pipe in on this when you're done too. Have you had any issues with them in the water, the 900 or the Manticore?
So far, no. I'm still a little paranoid about letting the top part of the machine get in the water yet. Clay's had his in there, but I haven't had any problems with it. It's just we haven't really been anywhere in the water per se that we're spending a lot of time in the water.
Well, when I take it in the water, the signals do change a little bit, but you still know if it's a good target or not. And with the small coil in the water, you pick up a bunch of little tiny signals like 22 bullets and stuff. And I was nervous about taking it in the water at first, but I figured it's still under warranty, so better put it in the water while it's under warranty.
There you go.
Right.
And that's a 3-year warranty. Now I'm going to pipe in on it. I took the Manticore and I have used it in Alaska, and it's gotten wet up there. Now we're not wading deep with it; it just got wet. But I used it in Aruba for 2 solid weeks last year, and had it down and worked with it in the water. And I've done it with the 900, and I haven't had a bit of issue. But I will say this: a dealer friend of mine that travels to the Caribbean and takes people down there with him only took one machine with him last year, brand new out of the box Manticore, brand new. Got down there, hunted in the morning. That afternoon, he was out hunting. It drowned. It had a problem somewhere in the seal, and that's the only one I know about. That's the only one I've ever heard anybody complain. I got guys doing snorkeling with them, and they're down there at the level 10 feet all the time with them, and they're doing very well.
Yep, we haven't found any good places to go in the water yet. But just takes more research, I guess.
Yeah, you got to find old swim holes and crossings and things like that, and that type of thing. But
we went to a library yesterday, and one we hadn't been to, and I asked, "Where's your local history section?" She pointed me to it, and I was hoping to see some 1800s plat books, and she says, "No, I don't think we have anything like that." So we found a couple things to read into, and when I spoke up and said what I'm really looking for, there was another lady there. She goes, "Oh yeah, those are in the other room." My eyes lit up like a Christmas tree. I loaded my phone with a lot of pictures.
Clay, here's one for you. Harlow fishing. I've heard the Knox and the Manticore false iron a lot. Does it get easier?
Get easier to tell the difference.
Does it get easier to tell the difference?
Well, at the very beginning, yeah, it was hard to distinguish between falsing iron and good targets, but that was also at locations where it was pretty picked clean, so you were digging those scratchy signals. And I think that's just kind of part of it with any machine. If you go to places that are picked over really clean and the only thing that's left are really deep targets, you're going to be digging those scratchy signals, and you're going to be digging some iron anyways.
Right. And in my experience with it for a year's worth of use plus, I've gotten to the point I can really figure it out. I have no problem with the iron anymore. But if you guys know me, I'll get in the field. I hunt for iron. I want to find the iron. I'll set her up all metal, hunt that iron, When you get into a heavy area, a lot of square nails and that, then you slow down, you work it out of there, you set it a little differently, shut off the all metal, and then start cherry picking coins out of it. And it will cherry pick coins out of that iron like none of the others have.
Oh yeah. Well, this place that I did my last couple videos at, there was the ground was pretty quiet, but the soil was very rich, very black dirt. It went down seemingly forever. I had a signal come up on my 900 that was a 95, 97. Somewhere in it was consistently in there. I went down there and I dug it. It was a wheat penny. It was down 10 inches, but it was bringing up a 90 something. I covered the hole back up, swung it again. Nope, I got it out. It was weird.
All right, dropped and forgotten. Standard question for each of you, each one of you. What is your most memorable find?
Oh boy, I got a couple actually. I'm still finding bucket listers all the time because I'm so new to this. So the bucket listers are still coming, and each one of them is a great find, memorable find for me. I'd have to say that the gold class ring at Christmas was a really good one. The 2 cents are always really nice ones, and I'm actually giving away one of my very first finds today. It's a 1917 $50. That was that's a special one because it was one of the very first things I ever found.
Wow.
What's your favorite?
My favorite has to be either my first seated or
your favorite was the last video, bust cap.
No. Or a very old horseman's button that was found at an old historic home. Or more recently, my favorite, most memorable find is a locket, a silver locket with the pictures still in it that was found on New Year's Day last year.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That reminds me.
I'd have to say mine is many years ago. I went around an old fountain at an old Catholic academy, and I got a gold medal that said Illinois Interscholastic on the front, and on the back it said Pole Vault 1927. It was about the size of a $50, but it was 10 karat gold.
Nice.
And I tried to do everything. I tried to find the family of the person it belonged to, and did all the footwork to find out who won it, whose it was, and all that. And turns out the person was a border student from Bulgaria that came over, and upon leaving high school, he got married, had 2 kids, and moved back to Bulgaria again. So that dead ended that route.
Well, you tried.
Yep.
You tried.
And then my other most memorable, I did a video on, I think it was last Memorial, not this past Memorial Day, but the year before, I got my first bust cap out of some dirt that was redistributed at a park.
There you go. There you go. Now, getting back to iron and hunting iron out in the fields, looking for that old homestead, because the maps that sometimes you have of those sites aren't very accurate to placement of buildings. And some people aren't around anymore that can remember right where they're at. And, I'll run wide open and all metal. I'll get into the iron. And if I have a question of it being iron, I can flip on the all metal, and you have an iron tone in there, and you can tell iron. And if there's not a good peep in it, you just hit that off again and move on. And I cross-check myself quite often, and most of the time that damn square bent nail, but you want to see those. That dates your sight, man. And no, you don't want to dig all of them all day, but you can set it up and it gets rid of that stuff.
And sometimes those square nails, they ring up so nice.
That's true. And the thing about it is relatively easy machine to use. And then you have on the Manticore, you've got that 2D, you've got a screen on it very similar to what it's just the base screen. It doesn't go through all the stuff like the CTX 3030 does, but it works very well, and I like that. Easy to learn.
I'll tell you what, we're going to have to start digging into some of these names if we're going to get through these prices.
Yeah. Hey, have at it.
So hopefully everybody's keeping an eye on the chats. So what do we want to start with first, guys? And how do we want to do this? Have the winner message whoever has the prize and what they won with their shipping address, or what?
That'd probably be the easiest, I would think.
Yeah.
All right. Who do we want to start with first? Or what do we want to start with first? The copper rounds, the fines boxes?
I'd say we'll do the fines boxes first, and then we'll go up to the copper, and then we'll go up to the silver, and then we'll go for the big one.
Well, we got an ugly box in there too.
Oh, the ugly box too, yes. Hey, here's the fines boxes. Not exact. This is Clay's
I know where they come from. They're good ones too.
This is Clay's preference for carrying around and putting his stuff in.
That's a good preference.
Well, let's see if we can find them then. The first name out is Sounds Good.
How many fines boxes you got? 4?
I have 4 of them.
And I don't think we've seen them.
No, they have to be in the chat, don't they?
Have to be present to win.
That's right. Sounds good. You want me to set a timer on that, Josh, or a minute, or what?
If you want to.
There he goes. He's here. He's here, he says.
Oh, okay.
Pipes up.
Yeah, Eagle Eyes got it there. Okay, well, congratulations. Sounds good. You've won a fines box. He entered through email, so you're going to have to email beyondsightandsound@gmail.com with what you won and your shipping information, so I can get that to Kevin so he can get that out to you.
Sounds easy enough.
All right. For another fines box, I believe. MD for cash. And I think we did see them in there.
I don't know if I caught them, but MD for cash. Are you out there? You got to respond to us here.
Otherwise,
there it is.
Okay. Now, they're another one that entered through email, so they'll have to email beyondsightandsound@gmail.com. Let me know that you won the fines box and your shipping information. I'll get that on to Kevin, and he can get that out to you. Congratulations. Next name. And how many fines boxes did we have? Okay.
We have 4 of them.
Okay. Old Pelon. I know he's in there.
I know he's in there.
Him.
Hey, Pelon. You out there, buddy?
I saw him there earlier.
Yeah.
Nothing yet.
There he is.
There he is.
All right. He entered through email. So once again, email beyondsightandsound@gmail.com. You want a finds box, message me your shipping information, what you want. I'll get it to Kevin. He'll get it out.
And we have one more.
Okay. Oh, now this one's easy.
Oh,
This
no.
one you can probably hand deliver. Dennis Grettencord.
Yeah, I'll see him. That saves me on shipping. I'll see him next Monday. Which one's our next
As
one?
long as it's not a Naka orange bag.
He's gonna get one of those.
He's gonna
too.
get one of those with it.
Give him two. Give him two. I love it.
I do believe he requested that come with a gift card.
Yes. Yes, I think it had something to do with Wendy's.
Well, I'll give him. I'll gladly get him a Wendy's gift card.
At least I think he.
The one we got him there, he can take Marcia with him.
Have we seen him?
Oh yeah, he's there.
Okay.
He's in the house.
He's there.
Something about BS, LOL.
Hey, he's going to be the one that's going to keep me from getting lost going to Alaska this summer.
Well, wait a minute. We'll talk about that before you go up there.
Right. Yeah, you think he's going to be the one.
Well, wherever I end up's where Clay's going to end up too. So
I'm hoping this week I'll have the flights laid out in the room. Okay.
Sounds good.
Because I'll book you guys a 3-man room. Me and Frank and his nephew a 3-man room. And I'm telling the other guys, I'll give them the address. They can call and book their own rooms.
All right. So are we ready for the next one?
Sure.
Okay. We got, probably can't see it too good, but this is a capped bust, 1 ounce copper round.
Looks like silver from here.
Well, it's, I'm trying to get it to.
There you go. Now you got the copper. Boy, that
There
light.
we go.
That's done.
And I'm pretty sure we've seen this name in the chat too. Dropped and Forgotten.
Oh, we got a copper round, and he's just posted. Dropped and Forgotten. You're still there, right?
Yep, he's right there. He just
Yep,
said,
he
commented,
is.
wow, nice.
All right. Dropped and Forgotten. I do believe he entered through email. So email beyondsightandsound@gmail.com what you won. And I'll get information off to Kevin and they can get that taken care of.
Okay, the next one is let me see the description here.
Flowing
hair.
Flowing hair dollar, 1 ounce copper round.
All righty.
Man, I'm seeing a lot of names we've never seen win before. Keegan.
I saw Keegan in the house. So, Keegan, you listening, buddy? You got to answer us. Let us know you're still there, please. Keegan.
She'll start singing. There he is.
There he is.
Hey, Keegan. Congrats. You got a 1 ounce copper round.
Now, Keegan also entered through email. So email beyondsightandsound@gmail.com what you want and your shipping information. We'll get this up to you.
Congrats, all.
My email's going to fill up.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
which one are we going to do next?
We'll go this way.
Newest to oldest.
Newest to oldest.
These are all fines.
All right,
All
next
one.
up is a
63.
63 Franklin half.
A Benny. Hey,
Benny.
And if they're here, which I saw them earlier, that will go to Janet Chapman.
Hey.
Uh-oh. I saw Janet.
It might take a while. She'll be down there in the snow digging her way to the mailbox.
They got snow down there too.
There she is.
We're on the other side of the border.
All right. And let's see. I guess, what was that she won? A 63 Franklin?
63 Franklin half.
And these are
Okay.
all finds from. These are all finds that I have found. These halves here.
Nice. So, Janet, if you've got Emery on your friends list, message him with what you want in your shipping information, or message me with what you want in your shipping information, and I can get it to him.
Or she can message me and I can relay it too. That works too.
Oh, yeah, that works. Yeah.
All right. So just make sure that you let me know what you've won. So that way I know what's going.
Yeah, there you go.
What's relaying to who?
Yeah. Next.
All right. Next, we got a 42 Walker half.
Ooh. I like Walker hat.
Nice Walker.
Yeah. But are they here? We'll see. Chris Wydoff. They may be on the Facebook side. I don't know.
That's always a possibility. I have not seen that name in tonight. His name in. Chris Whiteoff, if you're in there.
Oh, we're actually.
No, I'm seeing the Facebook people too.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, you may want to start a timer for him, Chuck.
Set that one aside. Chris, oh, wait a minute. He just popped up. He's here.
There we go.
Way to go, Chris. Congrats.
Yeah, he won a 42 Walker. Message me or Kevin or Emery with what you won and your shipping info.
41.
41S.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a 41S now.
There we go. Yep. 41S Walker half.
Now, if they're here, they're probably on the Facebook side. And this name screwed with me for the Central Illinois drawing that we did there after Christmas. Dan Witt.
He's in there somewhere, Dan. I saw you earlier.
17S.
And there he is. Way to go, Dan. You've been hearing how to do it.
Right? And I'm sure he's probably got me or Kevin or Emery on his friends list.
There you go.
So what do we got up next?
Okay, next up we have a 17S Walker half. 17S.
17S. Okay. This one will be in the YouTube chat. Cry for Dawn.
Hey, Dawn, you were in there. I hope you're still with us. Hang in there, girl.
Yeah, 17S Walker on the line.
Yep, she's there.
All right. Dawn, message me or Kevin.
Okay.
With your shipping information and what you won. You won the 17S Walker.
So are we ready for the moment of truth?
Well, you want to do the ugly box first?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's do the ugly box.
That we don't have. We don't have that with us.
No, I've got that. That ship's from me.
Okay, this one's got me. They may be in the YouTube chat. But remember, folks, we said we want to see this go to somebody who has not already have an ugly box. So, Danny N. And that's all I've got for that.
Danny N, if you're on there, over on Facebook side, message off there. It'll show up on mine. At least it has been. The Facebookers have been showing up tonight on it.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. Danny N.
Now, does he already have an ugly box?
I don't know.
Because, see, here's what we're going to do. What?
I said he won it.
Okay.
Just, yeah, that's a good one, Danny. That's got the book in it and everything you need, buddy. So you've got to do just what Josh has been saying. You can send him your information. He'll get it to me. And Janet says he doesn't have one, Josh.
Nice. Good.
That's nicer. So that's something. And read the book and take your time with it. It's a lot of fun. And remember, nickels turn coal black when you put them on there. That's not for nickels. But
yeah.
Yeah.
And side note, Frank is actually working on the Ugly Box 2 or the Ugly Book 2 book.
I saw that on Facebook pop up. I don't know if he's got them done or not, but you're welcome, Danny. Send us the info. We'll get it shipped out to you this week.
Right. And Danny's going to have to email beyondsightandsound@gmail.com because he entered through email. I'm seeing a pattern here. And I'm also seeing a lot of names that we've never seen win on the show before.
Right. They need to get on the show more often. We give away some good stuff throughout the year. And Barb and her efforts and our efforts for the Christmas giveaway. But this is a kind of a knee jerk to the kids' Christmas giveaway. We haven't done anything after Christmas, after everybody's like, oh my God, I got bills. We're going to give some stuff away. So, yeah, we may make this some sort of event every year somehow.
Ooh, I don't know. That's going to be tough.
Well, we could raffle you.
Oh,
hey, that'll be an easy list to do. It ought to be short.
take him with you.
I'm in trouble. I wonder what Tam's saying right now. Please.
She's go for it.
All righty.
It's going so long as
right.
I don't have to pay the shipping.
Well, you got one more to go, right, guys?
Oh, beautiful. Oh, they see now. They even brought it along to hold it up. Who's going to be the lucky person that gets this?
Drum roll.
I better check the next round. Okay, we've got a name. All right, here we go again. Hopefully they're in the chat. Hopefully everybody's watching the chat. You may want to start a timer because we don't want anybody messaging anyone for this. They have to be listening live.
Right.
So what do we think's fair? A minute? A minute and a half?
I think a minute. I can clock it pretty close.
All right. Yep.
1 minute. I don't have
1 minute.
Yep.
All right. So here we go. DK1, you have won if you're there.
Okay.
Brand new Minelab Equinox 800. I'm not hearing anything.
I'm watching.
We should have had the music from Jeopardy on here.
Yeah,
There it is. There he is.
Oh. Well, now DK1's got another comment to make in the chat.
Yeah.
What does it follow?
What did he say?
What's the zip code?
What show does it pay to follow?
Oh, that.
There you go.
Because he is a winner.
All right, said he fell out of his chair. We got to give him a minute to get back up and answer.
Right? Probably answered and dropped his phone.
That's right.
The only thing I want to say with that 800 is DK1. Congratulations. I'm going to get that shipped out to you right away.
Yep.
But you have to do me one favor. You have to do something nice for somebody else.
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward, bud.
Yep.
I like
And
that.
Thank Mark's Bits for all the donations, Clay and Kevin and Emery. And I put up the ugly box, and that was a lot of fun. And you're right. Pay it forward, people. We try to do that every year. If I win something someplace, I always bring it and send it to Barb for the kids thing. And I make sure the kids thing gets detectors, and we work hard at it. And then these guys are with their YouTube, it's up and coming and it's doing good. And we thank you for all that you talk about for us. So, it's a lot of fun. And Josh runs a good show, and we're a family show, and we keep it that way. We like y'all come in and listen. And, we're looking for people. You want to call in and talk about your detecting experiences, what you run, and that kind of stuff. We'd love to have you.
That's right.
And I'll say my YouTube channel finally passed 500 subscribers last week.
Woohoo!
I'm halfway to my goal, so 1,000 is my big goal. But it's really taken off quite a bit in the last couple months.
Right.
Right.
Now, for the rest of you out there listening, we have another contest going that in a week or so, we're going to be ending it, and we're giving away a collectible from Gary Penta, KG, and Ringy. I don't know if I haven't seen any more. Well, we got 2 entries in there, Josh, for the dance-off?
Only 2.
Well, I'll tell you what. You guys got to do a YMCA Trump for me, and I'll send it to you. And this is, I can't show you tonight. They shut my camera off.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it is limited edition, 1 of 10, I believe, number.
And that was one of the first Garrett KG Ringy things they put out. And there's 1 of 10. So, but if not, it's between our 2 entries, Barb and was it Janet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And they have posted that video in the Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound Facebook. But for those who don't use Facebook, I'll tell you what, we'll let them in too if they can upload that video to their YouTube channel.
There you go.
And then email beyondsightandsound@gmail.com a link to it. And
fun thing.
We'll see if we can get them entered as well. But I'll tell you what, I am surprised. Believe me, there were a number of people that entered. So shout out to Tam for getting all these names put down.
Yes.
And it was interesting. I mean, like I said, with the exception of Dawn has won some time back on the show. Everybody else, I think, were new winners.
Good.
DK1 is the big winner. He has to email me at beyondsightandsound@gmail.com with his shipping information because I've got to get that off to Emery. Looks like DK1's got a nice Minelab Equinox 800 headed his way.
Yep. Congrats. Thank you, Emery.
You're
Clay,
welcome.
Kevin, a lot of
Yeah.
fun. I've been waiting. And you know, I got Clay to talk more tonight than he talks in a week. Good job, buddy.
It might have even been more than that.
Well, you know, the other night he was at the I&I Club, and we had our meeting, and I think he said hello. I didn't talk to him.
I don't have a
I
lot
was
to
gonna
say.
say, let me guess. He said hi.
So he's a person of very few words.
Yeah, but I listen when he speaks. He's generally talking about something he found or what we're going to go do. And
He may be a person of few words, but his finds speak volumes.
yep. And then after we get back from Alaska, we'll have to do a show together and see how recap what we did, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
I'm gonna
Henry,
try
I
to-
wish you could make it, buddy.
I wish I could too. I wish I could.
Work's
Maybe.
work.
Yeah, that's right. I got to pay for these 800s that I give away.
There you go. Get back to work and buy more.
I will.
Well,
He'll be going to Dig Fest though. He'll be hauling the big camper up to Dig Fest this year.
I saw Alan's new camper. Is that what you're talking about?
No, Emery got a new camper. He's got to bring his pups up with.
What'd you get, Emery?
I bought a 26-foot pull behind camper. I'm gonna take it up there to Wisconsin, and because I got 2 black labs at home and a single guy at home.
Yeah.
I can't just leave them there. So I gotta take them
Understood.
with.
Understood.
So I bought a camper so I can take my dogs up metal detecting with me.
Yeah.
yeah.
Jason, it's real difficult to go live in Alaska. You got to have just the right mountain altitude. You got to get above everything, but we'll try and go live. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do video clips and throw some episodes together. Hopefully, when
You
I'm up
can't
there.
do it in the field. We can do it up at the campsite, but it's real limited because they're on a Starlink type system. And when you get out of camp, there's
Oh, I don't plan to go live. I'll just do video clips and
there you
put
go.
them together later at a later time.
Yep.
Just
Easier to
like I do with what I do now.
Any of the live that I've done, we had to drive all the way down to Nome on bikes,
Oh, jeez.
TVs, which is 8-9 miles down the mountains. And you get in a certain area of town, you got some length, then drive all the way back up. So it's very difficult. And I've done some go live. I've done the phone thing with Josh a couple times when we've been up there, and it's been a lot of fun. But we'll try and work something out.
Right. And I've got to say once again, thanks again to everybody for the donations and for everyone who participated, followed along. It wasn't that difficult.
Nope.
Found the keywords, and I think that reflected in a little bit of analytic activity on Kevin's channel too.
Yes, it did. There was the after the first keyword, there was a pretty good spike in subscribers.
There we go. That's what.
Yep. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, boys, I'm going to back out of here. Thanks again. The winners, make sure you get through Josh. We'll get the stuff out to you. And as soon as I get it, I'll get it shipped out. That's an easy one. It actually goes out in my big box out there and gets picked up. I don't have to have UPS or FedEx jump in.
Yeah, and they get the whole kit and caboodle with that ugly box. They've got the ugly box.
It's got the book in it. That's got the reboot kit, a half pound of the solution maker that you need. It's got carbon. get everything in that box.
Yeah. But I'll bet DK1's excited about that detector.
I'll bet.
So we may be seeing his name in the chat a little more.
I hope so.
We want pictures of the first finds of it.
Yeah.
Hey,
so maybe he can do a video.
Josh, Tam said good night and wants us to send the snow your way. I'm just saying, I'm working on it.
Yeah, like I said, I've got the snowblower ready, and I've got a game plan formulated. Any of it that falls in the alley, I'm throwing across the street. Any of it that falls on the sidewalk, I'm throwing into the neighbor's sidewalk.
Snow wars.
Well, they got like 6 people living in the house, so a couple of snow shovels, they can have it cleared in 3 minutes.
There you go. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you at the meetings and the hunts, and we'll be going up to Wisconsin this year, a bunch of us. I think I'm working with Alan on getting a 6-man cabin. So we'll have that up there, and you guys growing up in campers and that kind of stuff. So it'll work. It'll work. Take care of yourselves all. Stay safe. Stay warm. Talk to you later. Thank you, Josh.
We'll see you, Chuck.
Bye-bye.
And I guess for Kevin, Clay, and Emery, is there anything that you all would like to add?
I think that's about it. I think we got her all covered.
Yeah. Just thank you and Chuck for allowing me to do something like this and coming up with something like this, and Kevin and Clay for jumping on board and getting some boxes and some copper rounds, and Chuck wanting to jump in and join with that ugly box. It was a lot of fun. I had fun with this, and I'm going to try and do something like this every year. That's my plan.
Yeah, Emery had contacted me and told me, he's like, I got this detector. I'm not sure how I want to give it away, though. I said, well, I got an idea for it, and told him, and he's, you know what? I like it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
But it couldn't have been possible without you 3 and Chuck. You guys were all the ones that were ponying up the prizes for the contest that made everybody want to follow along and get entered.
Yeah. Just a way to give back to a hobby that we all enjoy, that we love, So help somebody out with a new detector, and hopefully DK1. I seen his message over here said he had a Simplex, I think it was, and he was going to give it to his neighbor kid. So that's good.
Oh, now that's cool.
Yeah. I'd like to get a picture of that if he can put a picture with his new one and neighbor kid with his Simplex. That'd be a great picture to see.
I'll bet he could email it to me and I could get it to you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh,
it might not hurt either, as long as he doesn't mind. We'd post it up on the Beyond Sight and Sound page too for everyone else to see, so they know he got his prize.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Awesome. And before you guys go, I noticed nobody happened to ask if you got what you wanted from Santa. Maybe he's looking for a new video camera.
Yeah, I got most of my gear for Alaska. My wife got me a lot of my necessities that I'm going to need for Alaska. Clay got a little bit of it too. Clay got most of his too, so that's at least one less thing we got to go chase after.
That's right. And I filled my belly up. I know that.
Right? Nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
Diggers eat good.
Yes, we do.
Now, but I guess there's nothing left but to chase that gold in Alaska then, if you guys got all your necessities for Alaska.
Yep. Yep. Now we just need the ground to thaw back out here. We can get back out in some fields before that time rolls out. Get out some fields, and we've got some research to do here pretty soon.
Right. Now is a great time of the year to do that.
Right.
And I guess I don't know how early Tam was in the chat, so I'll break that to her after the show that you guys don't have any snow to send us.
Hey, it was like a week ago. They were saying we were in the direct path of it, and it drifted its way south. So it was like, okay, good. It's going away.
Right. Yeah, I'm okay with that. No harm, no foul.
Dropped and Forgotten asked if that's a trip you can sign up for every year. Is he talking about Alaska or Digfest?
Yes. Well, Digfest is a trip you can sign up for every year, too, if you want to make the trip. But I believe he's talking about Alaska.
Oh, yeah, that Chuck puts that together.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say that this is the first year, because I do believe I've heard in the past where he's done 2 groups in 1 year, but this is the first year in a while that he's doing 2 groups.
Doing 2 groups, yes.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. Because the past few years, it's just been 1 large group. And now he's kind of downsized that a little bit and split that into 2 weeks, although he hasn't downsized it much. I mean, I want to say overall, the size of group he normally takes up to Alaska, he's only shy by like 3, I think, for the first group compared to what he's done in the past years. Got another group just as big coming in the following week. But you want to find gold, that's how to do it.
Now I know who Dropped and Forgotten is. Okay.
Yeah, Jeff, I believe, if I remember right.
Yep, he was the truck camper next to me and Frank at Digfest this year.
Oh, okay. All right. So he already knows about Digfest.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun this year because I'm actually hoping to take a head up a couple days early because I basically spent a lot of summers up in that area, and there's some premium fishing to do up there, water fishing, not dirt fishing, to do up there ahead of time.
That there's bears up there too.
I ain't scared of them. They're black bears. They're more scared of you than they are. You should be of them.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's better than what Illinois' got going on in northern Illinois.
Southern.
I'm not sure what if you guys are more central compared to.
We're like the north part. If you're familiar with the map at all, interstate map, we're right at the junction of Interstate 80 and Interstate 39.
Oh,
right at the crossroads of that. So we're actually a little further north to be considered central Illinois, but we're in that.
Because I know
120 miles southwest, straight southwest of Chicago.
I know we were talking a few episodes back that Conservation Department released 2,500 bobcat into northern Illinois.
Oh, yeah. Yep, and there's I've heard a couple people talking that they're going to be releasing some elk soon too in like northern part of Illinois too.
Really?
Yeah, there's a couple elk farms. I know up in Wisconsin many years ago we did see an elk farm that was run by the DNR, that their initial plan was to release 500 elk into the wild in it was like north central Wisconsin. And I don't know if they ever did or not. I never did catch up on it.
It sounds like Illinois is starting to turn into Wild Kingdom.
It is. Well, it's a wild kingdom on the highways out here.
Well, yeah, that's true. True enough. Definitely. Well, I guess I should let you guys get going too, just in case the road conditions are getting bad. We want to make sure Emery makes it home safely.
That's right. Got 5 miles to go.
Oh, well, that shouldn't be too bad then.
No.
Nope. You just got to make it across the river. That's it.
All right.
If there was a bridge straight south of here, it'd only take him about 3 minutes.
Yep.
I hear if there's not, he could build it.
There you go.
You're right.
Well, I guess if, the winners that contact me, I'll get that information on to you guys, and anybody that's contacting you guys, you'll already have their information. And if we're missing one somewhere in the mix, just reach out to me and we'll see what we can find out.
All right. That sounds great.
All right. Thanks, guys, once again for taking the time to be on with us tonight.
All right. Good to have. Thanks for having us.
We'll see you. And for one more quick note before we get out of here, for those that have been having questions about the XP Extreme, we are currently putting a show together where hopefully you can finally get your questions answered. And I gotta say, from what I've been hearing, man, that thing sounds interesting. I'm hearing some very good claims of depth capability. Very good. So it should make for an interesting show. When? I guess you're going to have to stay tuned. Congrats once again to all our winners. Contact me, Kevin, Emery, whoever, but get the message out with what you've won and your shipping information, and we'll get things rolling, get things out in the mail. Anybody that entered through email, if you could provide a photo, email us one back so we've got the photo. It would be greatly appreciated. Thanks to everyone else who participated in the giveaway. Very cool. And once again, big shout out to Emery, Kevin, Clay, Barks Detecting Bits, Chuck Smalley with Shooters and Prospectors, and most importantly, big shout out to Tam for getting all of these names taken care of. With the weather conditions, I'm not sure yet. It sounds like Wednesday could be rough for us. So we may be here, we may not. We'll have to see what happens. Until the next one, stay safe, Happy New Year's, and have a wonderful evening.
We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.